Oh, it looks like. Ah, we are live. All right. We are live on YouTube and on Facebook. Good evening, everyone. My name is Andrew Dixon, as always. And sorry for this sudden start. Of course, this is Jamaica. And in Jamaica, we have internet issues. But we are here with you, so feel free to stick and stay. This evening, we are going to be talking about the importance of family. And we're also going to be talking about youth in business. All right, I do not have my co host this evening, it's just me. But nevertheless, I have some young people here with me. I believe we have four young people here that are going to be talking to us this evening about their line of business, and we will be able to gain some experience, gain some knowledge, and of course, you may be seeking for a particular service or product, and you may just find what you need here on our talk show. It is Holiness Strait Talk, and we endeavor to come to you each and every Monday evening around about 10 o'clock. All right, how are you doing? Those that are in the chat, greetings, Sister Evelyn, early comer. Early comer, greetings. How are you doing? You are in from Cleveland, Ohio. Awesome. First in the building. Yes, you are. Early. They used to tell us early, the early bird gets the most worm. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bonita, greetings. How are you doing? Blessings. Good to have you. Kenil, you are back with us here. Awesome. All right. And those who are tuning in on Facebook, thank you so much for stopping by. I know you were scrolling and you just heard my voice talking and you decided to stick and stay. So let's look at the family. Let's talk a little bit, and you can leave me your comments, and we pick that up a little bit. Let's take 5 minutes and talk about the family. Then we're gonna go to the guys that are gonna tell you about their businesses. Why is a family important? Why is the family important? Well, I believe that the family, according to scripture, was set up by God. And it was set up specifically, so that it could bring God glory. And also that it could specifically continue the generations. Because the first man, Adam, that was made by himself, he wouldn't have had any children. So God made him a helpmeet. He got a wife. Her name was Eve. And then by them came children, Cain and Abel, Seth. They also had two daughters or three daughters, I believe. And the generation was able to continue until now. Here we are, living according to Christian principles because Jesus came and set that example. But the family structure is very important and must be maintained. It must continue until the Lord returns. Otherwise, there will be no children. There will be no way to continue the next generation. And quite frankly, I think the family is under attack, because the way that the world is going now, it is no longer the norm to have mother and father, male and female. We exhausted, maybe not exhausted, but we did a great deal in that topic last week, looking at the effects of homosexuality on the society. That is one thing that the devil is using, we believe, to attack the structure of the family. And so we want to, you know, maintain that. If you're a parent and you're watching this live, make sure you instill good values in your children. And like Pastor Jennings said, if you notice that your child or your children are becoming confused, it is your job as the parent to straighten them out. It is your job to let them know what is normal and what is not normal. Do not leave the education of your children up to the school system, because very soon the school system, and in some areas it has already begun, where the school system is teaching children that it is no longer the norm to have mother and father. So that's one attack on the family. What's another attack that we've seen on the family? Infidelity, divorce, and remarriage. That's another attack that's on the family. Because when the husband and the wife are no longer together, the very children begin to suffer. Children sometimes are forced to take sides. And now you have a daughter that is deprived of her father and sometimes goes into life seeking that fatherly support from somewhere else and is placed into the wrong hand. So we're looking at the family. Leave me a comment. Let me know what are the top reasons that come to your mind that affects the family. What are the top reasons that come to your mind that affect the family? And also leave us a comment and let us know how can we help to mitigate against these factors so that we can empower the next generation to not go down the same path. Mr. Evelyn Underwood says divorce and remarriage. Totally, it's a very potent point. Divorce and is a major, major, major factor. Yeah, it not only affects the persons who are involved in the divorce, like I said, but it also affects the children, affects them mentally and emotionally. Yep. Now, of course, there are some abusive marriages that the persons have to run away from, but then running to divorce breeds another spiritual problem. But certainly, there are some families that separation is absolutely necessary because there is so much abuse, whether physically, verbally, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, even, that causes so much trauma that the only way to preserve life is to get yourself out of that situation. But even though you have to do that, the initial abuse leaves a mark. That's so abuse is another serious factor that affects families. Feel free to leave some more comments. Those that are on Facebook, leave us a comment. Let us know. Those who are on Andrew Dixon Music, leave us a comment. If you're on my personal Facebook page, leave a comment. If you're here on YouTube, leave a comment and let us know what do you think are the main factors that affect families. All right. Well, I'm gonna start off with one of the guests, and like we said, we have all young people here who are involved in business. We're going to hear from them what line of business they are in, what goods, what services do they offer, how we can benefit from their goods or services, how they can be contacted, and perhaps how we can benefit from the advice, the professional advice that they have to give us. Let's start off with the electrical guy. Brother Ramon Green, how are you?
Yeah, greetings, brother Andrew. Can you hear me?
Yes, greetings. How are you doing, bro?
I'm doing fine and I'm giving God thanks for life and everything. How are you doing?
Awesome. Well, I'm doing well myself, giving God thanks. I'm blessed and highly favored. And we are happy to have you here on the live for the first time. Hopefully, this will not be the last time. Whenever we need to get your expertise, we can get you here again. But just introduce yourself for Jamaica and the rest of the world that's watching. Who is Ramon Green? What kind of services do you have? And what's your company?
Yes, sir. Well, as stated earlier by you, my name is Ramon Green. I am a licensed electrician, living here and working here in Jamaica. I operate an electrical company and refrigeration. So we do both electrical work, as in the wiring of commercial building, residential building, you name it. Any form of electrical work and any kind of building, whether it's industrial or residential. As it relates to the refrigeration side, we do AC installation, refrigerator repairs, washing machine, solar installation, and basically anything otherwise than television. We don't specialize in that. Yes, so
Okay.
we operate from St. Elizabeth, Jamaica. Uh, you did ask for contact information, right?
Yeah. So you operate. Let's just backtrack a little bit. So you operate from Saint Elizabeth, Jamaica. So that means anybody in Saint Elizabeth that has television, not a television. You don't specialize in television, but that has a
Okay.
refrigerator. Yeah.
Yes,
Tell us the things that you fix again. Refrigerators, AC, air conditioners,
yes, yes, air
right?
conditioners, um, washing
And you
machine.
do washing machines, right? So you basically and
Yeah.
you do electrical work as well. Suppose somebody is building a house and they need somebody to string it up for them, put in the breaker and all those things. You do that kind of thing too.
Yes, sir. We do it from scratch to finish, and we get it inspected as well, and all of that.
All right, wonderful. And what's the name of your company again? S
Yes,
and S
more
and
focus on
R.
electrical. We could do.
All right, S&R Electrical. So you're a young man. What could you possibly know about electrical? What kind of experience do you have? How long have you been in this kind of business?
Well, as you can always say, it's tomorrow, like what we tell her. I think that's what I saying. Right. Well, I've
I
been
could what
doing
with Talawa.
electrical. Yes, we could what we tell. Right. So I've been doing electrical for basically. I we checked it again a while ago. It's basically 13 years, really, 13 years. And I've worked here in this country, and I've worked abroad, as in the Cayman Islands for some time. And I've been in it for a while now. I know the do's and the don'ts, the different codes, and different problems as it relates to repairs and all that. The different problems that can happen to a person's refrigerator and washing machines, and we go down to the specs and detail. So a lot of things, a lot of companies are such as Blackpoint and what's the name, Windy. Sometimes they contract us because sometimes they sell things that having a little issues where other persons can manage, and that's where we come in most of the time. The complications or the challenges. But we like challenges, so we always come in. We specialize in those.
All right,
So
wonderful. All right, thank you very much, Ramon. We'll come back to you in a moment. Let's hear from one of the other young persons who are in business. Now, you may not have a refrigerator problem, you may not have an AC problem, but maybe you have a computer problem. Let's bring in the computer guy. IT guy, greetings. How are you? Brother Javel, can you hear me? Let
Yes,
me know.
yes, Sir Dixon, greetings. How are you?
Well, we're
Much
good so
appreciated
far.
and thanks for having.
Yes, man.
Okay,
We
great.
are absolutely
All
we're
right, so
absolutely happy to have you here because we couldn't have everybody else and not have the IT guy. So tell us about yourself, your
of
company,
course,
your business, and what
yeah,
you do.
imagine that, you.
Yeah.
Right, so Um, my name is Javel Gill. I've been in IT for over 7 years now. Um, I've been doing my own business for over 7 years as well. Yeah, son.
Hmm.
But we mainly focus on, well, at the start we focus on mainly computer repairs. In the early years, we focus on
Right.
computer repairs and phone repairs. And later on, after upgrading our qualifications, we moved on to um, networking, websites, security surveillance, and sales of computer equipment.
Awesome. So that means if I'm running a business, if I'm opening a bank, right, and I have several computers and I want to have a network and have everything linked, you are the guy I should come to.
Yes, yes, Javel Gale is the guy, and PC Redemption Plus is the place.
All right. Awesome. And you operate from where?
All right, so recently we recently changed, or we're in a process of relocating. We're in the process of relocating. You understand? But our place of business was at Golden Spring. You understand? That is where the
Okay.
office was. But we're relocating from there to
Right.
somewhere closer to the corporate area.
All right. So we'll have to bring you back definitely when you have relocated so we can update
Most
Jamaica on
definitely,
your
most
PC
definitely,
redemption.
most definitely.
All right. Awesome. All right, we'll come back to you in a bit and to get some more advice from you as it relates to perhaps purchasing computers, the repairs of computers, and if we need additional screen monitors and stuff like that. So we'll come back to
Right.
you in a bit. All right, sorry we cut you off a bit sudden. All right, let's go over to the parish of Montego Bay and let's see if we're not seeing your avatar at the moment, Sister Antoinette and Sister Tashia. If I could give you a couple more minutes to get your avatar so that YouTube can be familiar with who you are. We know how this internet thing is. While they're working on that, let me bring back the IT guy. I was saying to you earlier that maybe we're gonna have to get an additional internet company in Jamaica to give Digicel and Flow some more competition because we're having a warm time with the internet.
Can tell you? Yes,
But in the
yes.
meantime, while we don't have that internet company, there are some persons who you may have, a big house and your main Wi-Fi signal comes from the living room, but you
Right.
are all the way in the third bedroom, and so the signal gets weak. What advice can you give for persons facing this challenge? What solution does redemption, PC Redemption Plus bring to the table?
Uh, right. So what PC Redemption Plus can bring to the table is and the the issue that you mentioned is a very, very common issue. You understand? It's
Right.
not only with even large houses, but sometimes you would have like a older router, or older modem, or older Wi-Fi access installed, and the signal strength is not covering a wide area. So whether it be a large house or a small house, you understand,
Mm-hmm.
you can have that issue because
Right.
your walls might be thick. You understand? Your walls might be thick, and based on where you position it, yeah, you might have that issue. But there's a very I would say simple solution to that. Is just to get a Wi-Fi extender, or
Uh-huh.
to be more sophisticated, you can use a Wi-Fi mesh. And the difference between the
Okay.
Wi-Fi extender is just one additional piece of equipment you're adding to your existing Wi-Fi box or your Wi-Fi access point. You understand? But with the mesh, it's like it's a multiple Wi-Fi access points. You understand? And realize that nowadays persons are mostly going for the mesh. You understand? So that will solve your dead spot. You understand? Within your house or within your compound. All right.
Awesome.
Right.
All
And we
right.
do have
And
and we do have them at a very good price. You understand? So, Sir Joe, if you're having that issue, I can generate something for you, and you can pick it up afterwards. All right?
All right. Thank you very much. You heard it first here on Holiness Strait Talk. All right. So as you're seeing on the screen, this is the information for PC Redemption Plus. You're seeing the email address at the bottom of the screen. Feel free to email us at PC Redemption. What's the email address, Brother Javel? All right, not hearing from Brother Javela. Hopefully, the PC guy is not having internet problems. But you did
All right.
hear
All
the.
right. So,
Go
sorry,
ahead.
sorry about that. I didn't realize that I'm muted.
Okay.
All right. So the email address is pcredemptionplus.jam@gmail.com. There's a number there, the 324 7266. We're no longer using that number, but you can still call us on the 3310019.
All right.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you very much, Brother Javel. Let's see if we can bring one of the sisters in the stream now. All right. Let's see if we can find Sister Antoinette. Sister Antoinette, greetings. How are you?
Greetings, bro. I'm good. How are you doing?
I am great so far. Thanks for joining. And I think I may have made a mistake when I said Montego Bay. I'm not sure which parish I had said. And Sister Michelle, thank you, Sister
St.
Michelle,
James.
for picking that one up. I don't even remember what I said, but I'm sure I had St. James in mind. I'm not sure what I said. If I had said St. Elizabeth, if I had said St. Elizabeth, that's where Brother Ramon is from. So, Sister Antoinette, you are from Montego Bay, St. James, and we also have the co-founder of your company online as well, Tashia. Uh, is it? Did I get it right? Tashia? Did I
Yeah,
pronounce your
right.
name right? All right. All right. Greetings. How are you doing?
Hi, greetings. I'm okay.
All right, great. I noticed you guys were having some internet issues because before we were seeing your avatar, we're not seeing it again. So we know that the internet have us on and off. But Brother Javel is going to help us to solve this problem. All right, so whoever wants to go first, just tell us a little about yourself and a little about the business.
All right. Greetings. Good evening, everyone. I am Antoinette. I am currently a finishing bachelor student from the Western Hospitality Institute, certified in hospitality management as well as customer service. Currently, I am the one of the co-founder for the TNA Collection, which is a clothing store online. And that's it in short. So more from me as we go further. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And Tashia, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Greetings again.
Greetings.
Um, so yeah, co-founder of T and A. I am a certified tour guide. I'm certified in hospitality and zero management as well as customer service. And as Sister Antoinette stated, our business is mostly online for purchases and so forth. But we do have a way of getting the products to you guys.
All right, wonderful. Thank you very much. So, tell us a little bit more about this business. So, you are into um, clothing, you're into men's clothing, women's clothing, and it's very timely because in holiness we can't wear any and everything that's in the stores. We have to be searching through, make sure for males that the pants them not too tight, so we can't breathe. And the sisters have to be making sure that they're not buying a bath suit instead of a skirt or a dress. So, your business is welcome in this time. So, how do persons get in touch with you, and how do they get clothes from you? How do they order?
Alright, so signature topic for tonight is family. It's
Right.
actually a family owned, co-owned business actually. Because Auntie is indeed my cousin. And as
Right.
you stated, the business did come about based on the fact that we cannot find clothing, especially here in Jamaica, um, to wear. And even though we are females, we do also see the need of the brothers to find good looking shirts that are not tight, pants as well that are not overly designed or tight or full of rips.
Or
Because majority
feminine.
of Jamaica clothes are right, are ripped to shreds, are too tight for everyone. So we did see the need for ourselves, other family members of the faith, and other members to find clothing. And since that majority of our stuff we did find online, and not everyone is as familiar with the online shopping, we say, hey, why not give this a try and put forth T&A in regards to how you can make your purchases or orders. We currently only do pre-orders. To say basically we can fit well based on your size. You don't want to be overstocked with sizes that can accommodate anyone. Again, we don't want it to be too tight or too loose in a sense. So the perfect size we aim for. So therefore, the option of pre-ordering give our customers more control in a sense. And we also do sourcing to say if what we do post or have on our site is not your style, you can definitely ask us to source the item for you. We'll definitely find something to match the occasion and the style that you're going for, as long as it is in with our policies.
All right. Well, that sounds pretty good. All right, and we're brother Javel and brother Ramon. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back to you in a moment, and we'll showcase some of the work that brother Ramon has done as well. But I'm gonna bring on the screen now a few samples of the outfit that you can get from T&A collections. While I have this on the screen, there's a question from Sister Evelyn Underwood in the comment section. She says, "Are they modest? Are they modest appeal clothing?" Can you answer that, Sister Antoinette? Do you guys make sure that your clothing come under the holiness banner? So if Sister Evelyn decides that she wants to order from you, she don't have to worry that you're gonna recommend a style that going to have pastor preaching against her.
All right, so definitely a good question. So as it relates to that, so yes, we do have modest appealing clothing because we source the clothing in fact that are in line or easily adjustable because in truth and in fact these clothing weren't designed by holiness people, so it is going to be a bit tedious. So we do source the clothing that are easily adjustable if needs be, and there are also a lot just the same where you don't have to make the adjustment, you just have to know the size that you wear, give us the correct size so we can order the correct size for you. So we
Awesome.
do have modest appealing clothing.
All right, and I'm putting up on the screen now some of the uh, clothes that you sell. I don't know a lot about female clothes. I don't know what them call this. Is there a particular name and a style for this one that you have going at this affordable price here? So there is it seems to be a knitted material. It's an example from the showcase that Sister Antoinette sent me. So if you're interested in a style like this, I don't know what it's called. Don't ask me.
Yeah, it's more of a casual look. It's more of a casual look.
All right. All right, let's see if there's another one. because I did see brother Kenil asking in the chat. He was saying that he needs more roomy pants. Let's see if I put up. Yes, sir. You need more roomy pants. Absolutely. Not sure we're gonna have to um, get some more displays here on the screen in just a moment. All right. So having a little technical difficulty there, but I'll try to showcase some of the clothes that Sister Antoinette had sent to me, and I must say they are quite interesting. As to how affordable, I don't know nothing about female clothes and affordability. So you guys would have to be the judge of that. All right. I think I've located one of the male outfits. All right. So I presume you can order the size that you want. Um, Sister Antoinette, walk us through how brothers order. So they basically just tell you what kind of pants they want and their height, or do they know that is there a
Yes.
number that they have to tell you, the size, waist, what?
Yes, so they will have to definitely let us know their waist size, the length, because when we're ordering, it will show the measurements. So we can check to verify based on the sizes that they're giving us to ensure that it's accurate. So they're able to
Right.
get their correct fit. So they will have
Right.
to provide us with the correct sizing in order to get the correct size that they want.
Right. I guess one of the concerns is the tightness of the pants these days. So I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys have investigated that. If you can check the width of the pants on them, and stuff like that. Might be something to look into. All right. Someone is asking. Let's see what Sister Brittany is asking here. Oh, roomy skirts and dresses. Yeah, because some of these dresses are quite close to, and then some of the sisters are more endowed than others. So you have to specify your size. In the case of sisters, Sister Tashia, what are the specifications that a sister should send when she wants a dress?
Alright, so in regards to that, the size doesn't matter. And as I said, in all things we do have modesty in mind. Do not look on the models and feel that it is close knitted as the models are, because those models are not the sizes that we actually are. They're there to sell clothing to other people. So with that, we go from the waist size in most cases, and with the sizes, it also gives us the length. In times when persons are not certain of the size that they wear, we do send out a size chart so that they can look at it to say, all right, then my waist is this, and then this is the length I will get if this will be for me in regard to the size. Because at times the size can be tedious because you can think that you're a medium and indeed you're a large. Hence, we do send the size scale so you can see. And some of these products are products that we have tried out ourselves so that we know that they're not too close fitted as the models are, and the texture of the material, that they're not see through, they're not too light, stuff like that.
All right. So Sister Evelyn is asking for a website, please. I presume you use your social media handles for now. Is that the case?
Yes, that is the case. We do use IG, we use WhatsApp, and TikTok as well. Sister Antoinette will provide you with the link.
All right. So what you can do, there's a private chat here on the stream. If you can send it to me in the private chat, I can have it run across the screen. You can also go ahead, Sister Antoinette or Tashia, and you can respond to that comment on YouTube and just put the social media handle there. All right. So they are on Instagram. They have a very strong presence on Instagram, so you can check them out there. All right. So let's go over to let's go over to Brother Javel. Brother Javel, I wanted to get Brother Ramon, but as I was about to say Ramon, I noticed he is off the stream. They tell you this internet thing, man, is a problem. All right, so Brother Javel, let's get your input on um, something on the family. What do you think is the thing that has affected or is affecting families, either the most or in a great way, in your opinion?
Well, I'm going to give my opinion in the most, and also a contributing factor to why the family in the modern day is deteriorating. So firstly, mostly is because of the lack of the fear of God.
Mm.
Understand? All right, if you can look back in for even if you, even in Jamaica here, and I'm a millennial. I was born in 1992.
Okay.
Understand? But even in 1992, I think there was a greater sense of the fear for God. You understand? I remember my mother used to tell me that you understand, don't take no oath and tell lie. You understand? Because when you're small, you used to like, hey, God believe me and me do it. You get me? You understand? But nowadays, those things are almost non-existent. You understand? And I was very, very fearful of that. So if I were to tell a lie to my mother, I would try to say like God believe me or try to mix it up, but I would never say God believe me that I actually didn't do that. You understand? So if she wanted to know that I did something, she would like take a oath and say no, it's not you. You understand? And I would be like, well, I can't do that one every time I try to run it out. You get me?
Yeah.
So the fear of God, I believe, is lacking in the home. You understand? And
Right.
also another contributing factor to why the family deteriorating is the father figure in the home. You understand? That
Ah,
head,
strong point. Strong point. Strong point.
right, right. That head
Yeah.
in the house and that masculine presence. You understand? For the daughters to see and for the sons to see. You understand? And for the wife to reverence. You understand? So those are, I think, are the two main contributing factor to why the family is rating on my side.
All right. So let me ask you a question that we could tie in computers, technology with family. Um, Nowadays, when you go into a home, everybody is on their device. You know, everybody, you have Wi-Fi in the house. Mother is on her device doing something over there on social media. Father is on his device doing something there in his WhatsApp group. And you have three children, and everybody is on their device minding their own business. One watching cartoon, one watching a talk show, one watching anime, and the list goes on. And many times the children are not supervised, and so while they're on their device, they are accidentally, or maybe not accidentally, tapping onto certain types of videos, watching certain types of music videos, certain types of movies with certain kinds of content in it that's not appropriate for their age. Sometimes even some of the children's cartoons may have some scenes in them that are promoting, for example, homosexuality and stuff like that. And it happens unknown to the parent, because the parents are so busy, everybody is busy, everybody living their own life in the house. How do you think we can still utilize technology to get the benefit from it, but keep that balance in the real family setting?
Well, well, I'm in IT, so I can't really bash the IT industry, right?
Right.
So
It's
that I
all
won't, I
about
won't be able to.
balance. It's all
Exactly
about
right.
balance. So we're
Exactly
not
right.
saying don't use your devices. We're not saying dash the bus. We're
Exactly
not saying lock off the Wi-Fi, but
right.
balance.
Right. 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 So since since I would say since smartphones come in, you understand? I think there is there is a major difference in how families communicate. You understand? All right. So when I was small, you understand, we didn't have a phone. You understand? We could afford a video game. You get me? So, and even if you did have the video game, you would be playing together. All right?
Ah,
Right. You would be playing together. So there would still be some amount of um interaction regarding um bonding together. You get me? But since the smartphone and the tablets come in, I think that family interaction, you understand, is probably decreased by probably more than 50%. So when a family in the 90s or in the 80s could know a lot about their brother and sister, you understand, that probably cut down, you understand, today. Probably certain secrets or certain conversations they don't really know. You understand?
right.
So that yeah, so that is somewhat not good.
So
On the
the
other hand,
communication, there's a communication breakdown from parent to children and sibling to sibling and so on, which has been replaced, you would say, with just being occupied on a
no,
device.
most definitely, yeah, most definitely,
So we perhaps have to become more strategic than in this
right,
era,
and more intentional in interacting. You
right?
understand?
And we can see if we can find some inclusive ways to utilize our devices.
Definitely. And as
All
you
right.
touched on the cartoons earlier, and this is something that I want to let persons know about. All right. So for me, I have a niece. You understand? I don't have any children as yet, because God's willing, I shall.
All right,
I
you heard it. You
shall.
heard it, people. You heard it. You shall. All right,
Right.
there.
So I have a niece. You understand? I try to closely monitor her. You understand? And she can tell you the cartoons that I allow her to watch. You understand? And being that I have her in those, I know like Paw Patrol. What is the other one? It's just very few. You understand? Because those are the ones that I can keep up with. You understand? I don't want to let her watch too much and then can't keep up with it. But also, as I say, I want to let persons know that when you're watching a cartoon and it's the comments turn off, that's an indication that there are certain subliminal message within that cartoon. You understand?
Ah,
Right. So if the comments turned on, you would see persons saying, "Hey, but there's some rainbow flag and there's some transgender or some sitcom thing in there." You understand? But
right.
they won't show that. You understand? Because the comments are turned off. So that is something that they can pay attention to also.
All right. Absolutely.
Right.
Thanks much, brother Javel. Brother Ramon, we're gonna let you come in back here. So we were asking the question, brother Ramon, what do you think is one of the major contributing factors to the breakdown of the family? Do you have an opinion on that matter?
Major contributing factor.
Yeah, whether it's one or more, but what reason come to your mind that the family is being affected? Because you yourself, as a family man, you're married, have a wife, and is it one child, two children? How many children you got?
Well, I actually call it two. With my wife with one and I.
Well, they're still your children, isn't
With my
it?
two,
Right,
yes,
right.
yes, yes,
All right under your care. So, right, you got more than one children. So, um,
yes.
yeah, as a family man, what do you think is the factor for the families out there, for persons who are watching? Maybe their family is in the process of being torn down, or they are a victim of a destroyed family. Looking at it, what you say could be the contributing factor for this?
Well, I would say looking at it from my perspective and what I've seen over the years. First and foremost, for a family to really have that close knit together and to have that peaceable. principle and that, happy home, I believe the first thing we have to consider is, is the presence of the principle of God in that house. So, where you teach the children how to pray and, the principles of God, learning the different roles that you should do as a parent and how you should grow your children. And, I also the ball of the principles and having the principle of God. I believe that many homes in Jamaica have that accent, and if they do have it, many of them are not really taught the right way how to actually utilize it. Because, we're in school and we're taught that, you grow your children a specific way into that,
Right.
when they're wrong, you talk to them, discipline them and all of that, and you use the word of correction when you use the right. But, sadly, and, even today, we were at a video this repeat and that topic came up where many homes in Jamaica is not a norm anymore. For when a child is wrong and you constantly talking to that child, it's not a norm anymore for you to use that word of correction that you put in the Bible says. So a child can ask you, they say good morning, they can ask teen children, telling adults cuss words and bad words. And if you try to, in any way, try to discipline that child, then you are being forced out or person is going to fight you and all of that. So I just believe that, absence of the principles of God, we have gone away from it. And also,
Right.
many homes don't have the male figure, that male figure, the father is around. You know. There's no really, many homes have single parents,
Yeah.
So, that's my take on it.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks much, brother Ramon. We're going to showcase a video that
Okay.
you are fixing something. We can hear your voice in the background as well, explaining what you're doing. But just in case we don't get the details, when we're done, you can just explain to us what exactly you were working on here and how you solved this problem.
Okay. Okay, can you hear me, brother?
Yes, yes, we can hear you. Let me just pause that. Yes, go ahead and come on and hear them.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm not sure if you guys are
walk us
hearing
through what
that
was going.
video.
Yeah, walk us through what you were actually doing in that video.
Right, that was a washing machine that was brought for a workshop. Many folks in Jamaica they rather to reuse those old time washers, those old Whirlpool and Kenwood brand washers, which are more stronger than these computerized ones. So it was a remodeling to be done. It was getting rebuilt and recolored, and we're going to change out the part. So basically, what I was doing is just testing, the different parts it came with. What was the problem really? What stopped it from working in the first place? So I was just testing, what on it is good, and what we can reuse or what we need to change out and all of that. So that washer was a machine that was to be remodeled and rebuilt and sent back to the customer.
Awesome. All right, awesome. So there you have it. If you were wondering about how much Ramon knows his stuff, he knows it, and I can testify because I have a refrigerator here that my parents had asked someone to look on that refrigerator. I was in Kingston at the time, and I left from Kingston. I came to look at the refrigerator, and I beheld that this repair guy was trying to rebuild the refrigerator in an old style. Because those of you who grew up back in the days, when you wash clothes overnight and you need it for dry a morning for go to school before day. So you wash out, and if rain fall the day before and your shoes wet up, but you need to get up 5 o'clock to go back to school early morning. You will catch extra lessons 6 o'clock. You know what I mean? You go behind your fridge and it have this cage at the back. You just hang the amount of things we used to hang up around this. So listen, man. Shirt, pants, towel, shoes, marina, name it, underwear. Back in the days, everything they behind the fridge back around this up on the grill. Now these new types of refrigerators that they're making, it don't come with the
Mm.
grill again. And
No,
so this
not at all.
this right, this fridge guy now went for one of the old grill for put on pan one new fridge for say I fix it. And so I was able to call Brother Ramon and inquire about it, and he was the one that update me and said, no, the new style of fridges, this is how it work. Instead of that, it has this, and if you look down at the bottom, you see this and you see that, and you know. And so I can testify he knows his stuff. So yeah, man, check him out. And I'm gonna just bring in back all the entrepreneurs here. Let me just bring in everybody back on the screen. And I'm just going to encourage all those, especially in Jamaica, and those who can benefit from the services online as well. I'm going to just ask everyone to let us support these young persons in business. So, you used to go to your store, go buy all of your shopping something them. If you're even doubtful and skeptic, try one. you know, buy one with them. You used to buy your computers at Royal PC. Check out Javel Gale. See what he has to offer. See if it matches with what
Yes,
you are
yes,
looking for. Yeah,
right.
man.
And surgery, if you mind,
Yeah, man.
um,
Go ahead.
I would also like to take this opportunity to let persons know, and this is only for First Church members. All right, so most of the Jamaican IT oriented businesses, they buy from the same supplier that I purchase from. You understand? But the difference is they put on this great markup on it. They put on this great markup on it. You
Right.
understand? But if you're a church member, I would put on the same markup as well. But for First Church members, you
Right.
understand, I would give you a great discount. So if it is that you're going to school and you need a laptop, you understand, I can work out something for you. If you need a bag, I can work out something for you. If you need headphones, whatever it may be in IT, you understand, I can help you out. All right, so that is only for First Church members. All right.
All right. So standard price for non-members. For First Church members, discount price. All right. And we will know if you're a First Church member. We just ask you a couple questions. Who's first in the church? And if you say Bishop, we know it's something wrong. But yeah, it's a serious, and I want to encourage and call on all First Church Jamaica members. Where we have persons who are in business in the church, let us support each other and see if we can build each other. You know, together we can achieve more. And so, if persons own businesses and we support the businesses and make those businesses profitable, then those same businesses can in turn employ other persons in the church who may be seeking employment, whether part time or full time. Anybody want a part time sales rep? you know. So yeah. So we have convocation coming up. Sister Antoinette, Sister Tashia, we know the choir has selected a certain color for our convocation. So what if there are sisters, there are brothers who are struggling to find the required color blouse, the required color tie, the required color shirt? Are you able to help choir members to source their dress, their shirt?
Actually, yes, we had that discussion recently. Because we came across some shirts that look quite bandy in a sense for the brothers, and we were having a short discussion about it, and we were going to reach out to you to get your approval in regards to it because of how it looks before putting it out on the market. Because certain stuff we do ask for guidance in regards to it before putting it forth. So most definitely, for convocation, persons can reach out and we can assist.
All right. So yeah, we can have a little quick meeting afterwards and see if we can, meet with some of the choir directors and put this out as an option. Because of course we're not forcing people to have to buy new things. If you already have your convocation gear put down, fine, no problem. For those who may be considering to purchase, those who may be having challenges, and if you can source it at a good reasonable cost and it look good, then why not? It's a win-win. We're working together and we achieve more that way. So we'll definitely look into that. Brother Ramon Green, do you have any special packages for persons in the church in your practice? As I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't even know that you're into electrical. I'm pretty sure if you're not careful right now, somebody since evening did depend them phone and seek what electrician, and call somebody over the next door or a Rasta man or somebody around the corner, you know what I mean? So we're just trying to get more persons sensitized to what you offer. Before you answer, I got a complaint, and let me say, sometimes when people are close to people, people are people friend, or them say, boy, I'm a church brother, I'm a church sister, so I can't shortcut the work and they not go tell me no bad word because the people them out the road will tell them bad word. But the people them in a church, that man, him save man. So I not have to fix the wire good. I can make it grounds a little bit and him not go tell me no bad word. But you come across as a person that you have strong, high working ethics. So we're not supposed to have your worry, say, boy, I want brother in our church if not go work good enough. In fact, we're assured say because it's a brother in the church, that is why he might work honestly and doing best. You share my sentiments, brother Ramon.
Yes, I do, brother Andrew. And really and truly, I am a man of standard. I believe in work being done properly. In fact, if I go on an electrical project and in the project at all, and it's not for some reason which I would say let's for argument's sake something doesn't work out properly or something so is not done according to standard. I really go home and think about it almost the whole night. I don't go home very happy. That's how much I rate myself. You understand me, and the quality work that we do. So we don't try to shortchange anybody or part on anybody's work. I try to ensure my work is up to standard. I have a license to protect because license location are very vulnerable. Once a person reports it to certain authorities and they prove that they don't do a good work, then I can lose my license and that will stop me from practicing. So I have to be very careful what this can say, right?
Right.
You mentioned about packages. Well, the first church members, my brothers and sisters, definitely. I would definitely have work for discounts and all that, and about a comfortable package for my brothers and sisters. electrical work is done by the time. But I would definitely work out. Anything from my circuit and system, something comfortable and acceptable. Because maybe
Okay. All right. So there you heard it from Brother Ramon himself. Simply me says at my workplace they bought a new fridge and it had the cage behind it, and that refrigerator is a newly one. Well, yeah, I guess there are different styles, so you will find some that have it and some that don't. Yeah, but just in case you may actually have one that don't have it at the back, it's not because something wrong with it. It's a different technology, and so the person who is going to fix your fridge has to know the different types of technology and where the condenser coil is. Right, Brother Ramon?
definitely, right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Definitely, man,
Please
definitely.
send me
And
please
also,
send
my
me the
binary
link, bro.
refrigerator, yeah. I'm put on there.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was just saying,
Go ahead.
definitely, we live in a summer climate here in Jamaica. Speaking for those who from Jamaica, you have to ensure that there's a pointer quickly. Whenever you're buying a refrigerator, you have to ensure that it's actually rated for Jamaica. So you have Jamaica rating frequency is 50, what we call 50 hertz. So you have to ensure whenever you're buying a refrigerator or any appliances, it has to be rated within 50 hertz. Because a lot of stuff are from America and all over the place. They come down in 60 and they don't last very long. So that's something you have to bear in mind. There's a rating, some like a rating, we give it the voltage and so on. We have to look for something they call the hertz, HZ. So if it's not really rated for 50 HZ, then it's something that, you're gonna have to visit, probably one of our shops soon, It don't really last that long.
Right. All right. Thank you very much. Good word of
Yes,
knowledge
sir.
there.
Yeah, man.
Brother
Thanks for the
Javel.
info.
Brother Javel, them have some laptop out there, some Lenovo and some other brands that sometimes they are much cheaper than some of the others. So you might walk in and see one computer for 25,000, $30,000. You say, yeah man, and sometimes it look big too, you know, and it light. And you say, what? No problem. And then you go over there and you see one Dell Inspiron or one Acer something another. And when you look, you see 90,000, 100 and something thousand, 60,000. And a person said, no man, let me go with the Lenovo cause it big same way, so it must can do the same thing, and I fit $25,000. What are the different specs in addition to the price? Because everybody is looking for something that's more affordable, obviously. But separate from the price, what are the different specs that we're supposed to pay attention to when we're buying a computer, a laptop, for example?
Oh, okay. Well, firstly, when a person comes to me and they said that they need they need a they need a computer, my first question would be, what do you need it for, right? So so the purpose why someone would need a computer, that would determine what kind of computer you would get. You understand? If you're maybe going to school, you understand, the most that you will do is mostly typing, you understand, video conferencing and researching. So you would be using the browser. In that case, you won't need like a designer laptop. You understand? You won't need like a designer laptop with a lot of graphics. You understand? And exuberant amount of memory. You understand? Both RAM and ROM. You get me? So I would first ask that question. But what you can look for, you understand, is try to find a laptop that is tailored to your specific needs. And I can't necessarily tell you, you understand, but maybe for you, Andrew, being that you're doing a show, you would probably need a more designer laptop. You understand, that can handle certain graphics and
Right.
video
Memory.
editing and so forth. You understand?
Right.
So I would have to put something together for you, but I can't necessarily give you specific details of the kind of laptop different persons would want, because everyone's need would be different. You understand? But as I said, for a budget laptop, you probably can use like a 256 storage. You understand? RAM 8 GB. Uh, 15.6 screen. Yeah, I would say that would be sufficient. You understand, for a budget user.
All right, wonderful. Sister Antoinette, I'm going to ask you a question, about dressing. Um, Let me see if I find. I'm trying to find a particular photograph that I have from you. I think I have found it. See if I can get it to stay there. All right. So let me remove Brother Javel as the center of the screen. Sister Antoinette, I'm going to put you on the spot. Oh, we lost Tashia, but she's back. All right. So, Sister Antoinette, I'm gonna put you on the screen, and I'm going to put one of the dresses that you have here. Now, for sisters in holiness, they know right away as you see that this dress can't wear so, because shoulder out and you know no sleeves and pre-adventure something a go on around at the back, some back skin might have show too and stuff like that. But you are able to take an outfit like this and tailor it and make it become a holy outfit. Give us a little idea of what are some of the things you would change on this, Sister Antoinette.
All right, thank you again, Brother Andrew. All right, so giving reference to the same image, you see that there's a split on the dress. So for sure we can't wear the split, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it provides, the dress has a lot of room in it, so it can definitely be sewed up. The split can be sewed up, it will not look like it was there before. I mean, get your best tailor. Get, if you yourself is someone that can sew, you can
We should
definitely
have,
stitch
we
that
should
up.
have get we should have get Sister Renee on the program, because
Yes,
Sister
I was
Renee some
saying that
sewing.
too. Yes,
So
definitely.
Sister
She
Renee,
does a lot of altering for hours just the same.
awesome.
So
That's
we
very
will
good.
liaison with her just the same to alter some of the clothing so they can be up to standard for holiness. And just the same with the top, it's up to persons to design it how they would like. However, a blouse could be worn under the dress,
Right.
fitting your style, or you could also add on sleeves. It is there for your own creativity, to be creative in your style, to know how best you can adjust it. I mean, it's a beautiful dress, can definitely be altered, and sisters will know right away, as you would have said, to know that okay, this is definitely can't be worn just like this, so they will have to alter it for their style as it relates to holiness standard. So
Awesome.
I would wear this with perhaps a blouse and definitely take the split up.
Right. All right. So there you have it. So you can find a dress that the dress by itself is unholy, but you can adjust it. You can tailor it, and make it a holy outfit. All right. So a lot of the dresses and so on that Sister Antoinette has, um, and not Sister Antoinette and Sister Tashia. I need to remember it, because I'm not so used to Tashia, but don't yourself Tashia. I warm up to the name after a while. So a lot of the dresses that they have by themselves, Holiness sisters wouldn't be able to wear them just like that, but they can, match them with something else, with a blouse, with a jacket, and so on. And by the time you're done, you have a classy look, and at the same time, you are modest. By the way, Sister Antoinette is not just a teacher and dressing person. Yeah, man, she have other skills too. Those of you who have been on my Facebook page, I have a video in the shorts section. So if you go to the shorts on my video on my YouTube page, you actually will see Sister Antoinette there. So that's the assignment. Go to the shorts on my video on my YouTube page and tell me, what instrument does Sister Antoinette play? I'm not giving out the secret. Alright. Go to my YouTube page, check out the shorts, and tell me, what instrument does Sister Antoinette play? She's right there doing her thing. And she got a number of views too. She got 1.3k views. So hopefully by the end of this live, by tomorrow we check back, you probably gone up to 2k views, because now people are realizing that Antoinette is, witty. She's a musician, she's a business person, she's pursuing her degree, and she has a wealth of thought even on life. And as we do that, Sister Antoinette, before we close out the Zoom, we want to hear from you. Um, what do you think Jamaican households can do to improve the family situation? We have family problems right across the length and breadth of Jamaica, and not just in Jamaica, because we have viewers watching across the world. And the problems in many of these countries are the same problems that we are facing here in Jamaica. What can people begin to do to improve family life, family relationships? Whether it's one idea or two ideas, doesn't matter whether you want to
All
give from a
right.
spiritual or whatever perspective you want to go.
All right. Thank you. Good question. All right. Based on observation, seeing that some of these kids in Jamaica, because that's where I'm at. You have some of the kids, the parents are perhaps busy, gone away from them, so then the kids are neglected, left on their own to be at home or taking care of another sibling. So they become more like the mother, say, per se, or the father figure, because mommy and daddy is gone to work, so they now have to take over the responsibility of the home. So I've seen it where it is truly draining on a child, and it's a bit of a neglect in terms of the child now doesn't perform well in school. They're more focused on taking care of another sibling rather than focusing on school, and parents are not there, coming in late, leaving early, so they're left on their own. I think perhaps family can work on doing more family activities, being more engaged with each other, sitting down and talking with each other. I know in Jamaica we're not so, we think about it being soft to sit and have a one-to-one conversation with our kids and share feelings, what we expect, and all of that. So if these views are expressed from each individual members of our family, then um they can see where they need improvement, work on this, work on that, to get things in place that best works for them. And of course,
Amen.
from a spiritual or based on religious belief, it
Mm-hmm.
would be good if God is indeed involved or present in that family, because God is definitely going to help us to keep a family going. So if there's no God, then there's room, or it's prone for the family to break up for many different reasons.
Absolutely. Good answer.
Yeah,
Good answer. Thank you very much. And
you're
Sister
welcome. Thank you.
Antoinette, we have just before you go, I'm gonna kind of put you on the spot just a little bit. Hope you're not, because I know your father very well. Greetings, brother Eard. Um, I know. Unfortunately, some years ago, you lost your mother. She was also in the faith. Am I right? She was also in the
Right.
faith, right? And
Mhm.
unfortunately, she passed. And so you have been in a single parent family ever since that. So you were raised with both parents, and then God just stepped in and allowed death to take one. But you
Mhm.
seem to have a close relationship with your father. Is that correct?
Correct. Indeed.
Awesome. So, a lot of the families in Jamaica that are single parent are mostly mothers only. But you have experience now in your latter years
Mm-hmm.
living with just a father. What is that like? Is it you know uncomfortable with just your father alone, or is he just an exceptional father that you have some kind of testimony that you can share for the fathers that are out there?
All right, thank you. So I am indeed comfortable. It has truly been, since mommy passed, my father has truly stepped in greatly, and I am truly, truly thankful for him. I look back and see how I would have grown and his teaching and how he would have grown us because we're all girls, we're all females, three sisters of us,
Wow.
differently from my eldest sister. So it's really a blessing that for the father that I have, I'm truly grateful. He would have molded us as young ladies, and it is a reflection in us today. And I would say that it is very, very critical and important to have a father figure in the homes because mothers are, they would generally say mothers most likely put up with a child. Fathers are stern, they're more serious, they will ensure that you're in line, and he's definitely a father that will put you in line. And I'm truly grateful for the fact that daddy is here. Padre, I call him Padre. He's here and everything. um
Yeah.
it's truly important to have a father figure because he can look beyond just the emotional side of things, because mom is usually more emotional. She'll hug you and comfort you, and that is very important just the same. But then again, to be stern is also important,
Right.
and he definitely stepped in. He's definitely stepped in, and he's doing very well. So I commend him.
Right.
Commend you, Paje, and thank God for you.
Padre. Yes, brother.
Big up project.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So, Brother Javel, we have a next question. I know your mom is in the faith and you are quite close to your mom. Are you just as close to your father?
No, but my father died in 2003 when I was, I believe, 11. So, yeah.
Okay. So now it's the opposite experience for you. You're now exposed to a single parent and it's just your mom alone. Um, are you at a disadvantage of being a good man because your father is not there? Where do you lean to for your inspiration to be a real man in the absence of your father? This is a question I want to ask for those young guys that are out there who don't have a male role model in their life. They don't have a father. Maybe they're in a city and the only thing they're seeing around them is guns, drugs, those kinds of things. So, where can they lean to if they can pull from your experience to find inspiration to become a real man and to be striving to remain and to become an even better man when your father is not there and you don't have a immediate male figure in your household to pull that inspiration from?
I believe, the everlasting God has given my mother wisdom, my son. So even the scripture says, give authority over the son. So honestly, I can truly be a witness of that. That I would always say I think my mother is very, very wise, like extremely wise. You understand? Extremely wise. And uh, and honestly, my mother is also kind of rough as well. You get me? And
Right.
if she, I probably would do things like say, "Stop going like you're a girl, no, you." You understand? So that is when our other side comes out. You understand? And that
So your
can
mother
that can
knows
that
say your mother knows say you're going to be a man at the end of the day. So there are
exactly,
certain things that she don't expect from you. So even though she
exactly
is
right,
your mother, there's a time when she said, "Me no want you get no feminine
right,
character, you're a man."
exactly right,
So it's important
right.
for even
So
the mothers to know the difference between, what your boy child should behave like in principle
Exactly,
as
exactly,
as
exactly.
opposed to your boy children, and so you steer them in that direction.
Right,
Perfect.
exactly. So, so I know, no disrespect to the sisters because of I said girl. You understand? But,
Yeah,
but
patwa.
just to make it clear. You understand? So she will say things like that, and she also grows rough. You understand? She grows rough, and on the other side, she's very loving as well. You get me? So even though my father has passed, um, I often say this, and I really don't talk about my father much because he wasn't he wasn't a role model, so to speak. He was very kind and whatnot, but he wasn't a role model, so to speak. You understand? So I really don't talk about him much. You understand? But I think my mother has fulfilled a lot of that role. You understand? She ensures when my father passed, she ensures that food is in the house. You understand? We're growing as men. You understand? We're looking out for our sisters. Um, you understand? We're growing to be responsible men. You understand? She ensures that. You understand? To stay out of
So
trouble and
so
whatnot.
right. So what would you say no? You know, what is your greatest motivation now to be a real man?
Greatest motivation now,
Yeah.
in terms of person,
I mean,
are just
what is it that wakes you up in the morning and say, you know what? I want to be a real man. When I start my family, when I have my children, I'm going to display the proper character and pass on good values to my children. What is behind you? What is in your head that's pushing you in that direction?
all right. So from before I came to church, and I always believe in men having a strong masculine character. You understand?
Right.
And being able to provide for your family. You understand? Being a defender, being a protector. You understand? Not being afraid. You understand? Being brave, having courage and so forth. I believe that before coming to church. You understand? So that is something that was in me for a longer time. But now, what I've enhanced that is definitely the word of God. You understand? You understand? The word of God has definitely um create a greater force. You understand? To be a better man. You understand? The teaching of Pastor Jennings. You understand? As I don't have a father, I would consider him my now father. You understand? Because he has taught me a lot. You understand? I've he has demonstrated how to actually be a man. So I would say that would be the main drive for becoming a better man in society and in life in general. The
Perfect.
teachings of
Absolutely.
holiness. Hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah, the thing that stands out to me is that, as the scripture tells us that we were made in the image of God,
Right,
and so man in the earth should reflect God, and the Bible said the man is the image and glory of God, and the woman is the glory of the man. So, men have this special feeling within them that you need to lead. God just put that thing in you. You have to lead, you have to provide, you
right,
have to
right,
show,
right,
direction, you have to show
right,
protection, that kind
right,
of thing. So,
right,
it doesn't feel pressuring for a man to want to work to provide for his family. It's his
right.
desire. In
Definitely, it
fact,
should be a
it's more
pleasure.
stressing.
Even Pastor ever said, and I said
Yeah,
literally a pleasure.
it more stressing if you find yourself in a position where you can't do what you're supposed to do. You know,
Yeah, at that point, I think I'm not supposed to be on earth.
listen to that. Oh my goodness. Well, listen, brothers and sisters, it was a pleasure having you here on the live this evening. Sister Antoinette, look like nobody figure out at all which instrument you play, look like them
Yeah, I
can't pick
think
it
I
up.
know though. I think it's the drum.
I think it's the drums. Sister Antoinette, you agree with that? You think it's the drums? What you say? Is it the drums?
Is it the drums?
You can do them as well.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yes, man. She is the drummer. She's the only female drummer I have featured on my page so far. So hopefully the other we have other females. We have at least two more females in the church that are drummers here in Jamaica. So hopefully we'll get a chance to feature them as well. But yes, man, I have Sister Antoinette featured on my Facebook page, so you can go ahead and check that out. Yep, I'm gonna give you a taste of that before we go. Make Sister Antoinette close the show up on the drums. Alright, so there's my YouTube page. And as you can see, the caption there, sisters can be great drummers too. It's just a snippet of her working on the song Power Belongs to God. Alright, so if you haven't yet done so, go over there and check it out. Check out this short video here. Yeah, man, here I do our thing. That's Sister Antoinette. That was just a snippet. Sister Antoinette, maybe we have to ask you to send us a full version of that song. One of them we hear, you know. Because I'm pretty much sure that you open the appetite and everybody know them say, well, she can play drum, they want to hear the song. So, and Montego Bay has a
Okay.
new nice temple.
Yeah,
How you
thank
feel like
God.
new temple now?
Well, we haven't moved in there as
We
yet,
have
but
moved in there.
God's will hopefully soon. Keep praying
Give
for
you
us.
a little bit more elbow room now, so you can get
Yeah,
around the drum freely.
definitely.
Last time when I came to Montego Bay, man, we just have to do like a corner because the place is so packed and people are
Yeah.
all outside. But I just feel how
Mm.
Kingston Temple these days still packed, jam packed.
So I think before the pandemic, we had like maybe 300, a little over 300 persons. And after the pandemic, I think that figure was doubled. And when that figure doubled, yeah, we'd have to still be having two sessions. So we're still having two sessions. And if everyone were to attend church simultaneously, persons probably would be out at the gate.
Yeah, because currently we have the temple plus there is a tent outside
Exactly
that
right, exactly
transitions to overflow, and
right, and
still we can have
and sometimes that is filled as well.
wow.
Right. So
Yeah,
we really
we need to
really
find
need another temple.
another temple in Kingston. So if anyone is out there and know there's a good location that we could use for the truth of God, send us a message and we'll get it to the overseers and see if we can um, get more elbow room, more space to pound the devil's head.
Right, and that
All
is the
right.
message that we're sending out. That if persons know of anywhere, you can actually send in a suggestion or send in something so the relevant person can take a look at it.
Absolutely.
Right.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. That's it for this evening. It was a very good discussion. Thank you for coming on to the live. I mean, I had no idea we'll be talking about so many things, but hey, it was a good conversation. Thank you so very much. And we're looking forward to meeting up with you again. We're going to be checking up on you to see how the business is going and see the kinds of support that you have been getting. Thanks again. Thanks for all those that are watching from Facebook, those on YouTube. Sister Evelyn, thank you for always being so early, so prompt. And not just Sister Evelyn, everyone, absolutely everyone, and even the newcomers, the first time commenters, Sister Michelle Robinson, thank you so very much. Sister Brittany from St. Mary, another faithful viewer, always in the comment section. And in recent times, we start to see Brother Kenil often now. So thank you very much. Feel free to share this video after we end the live. You will be able to rewatch it, so you can get that link share it with your friends and relatives and young people that you know will benefit from this type of discussion. Until next time, Brother Andrew Dixon here saying peace unto all.